Hello, curling fans, and welcome to the opening night of the HearingLife Tour Challenge live from the Bell Alliance Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. John Cullen here alongside three-time world champion Brent Lang. And Brent, we've got a great matchup tonight. It's Team Mike McEwen, fresh off 3 tournament wins in a row against Matt Dunstone. You got to be fired up for this one.
Well, for sure, especially if you're a Canadian curling fan, which I'm a little biased. I'll try and leave my Team Canada gear at home when we're commentating. But, yeah, it's a great start, and that's what you get at these Grand Slams. I mean, this first game, you're hoping for a little bit of a softer game, get your feet under you, and right away you come out with, 2 of the top 5 teams in Canada. So should be a good one. I'd love to call it, I don't even know if it's a Manitoba battle anymore. I guess it's not. I can't keep track with all the different provinces, but certainly that's where the roots come from.
Yeah, no question. And as you said, Mike McEwen still lives in Winnipeg, but does curl out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan now with his foursome from the Nutana Curling Club. Mike McEwen at skip, Dan Marsh throwing lead but holding the broom, and then Colton Flash at third and Kevin Marsh at second. And you've done a little bit of coaching of these guys as well. You said you've been working with them, and they're looking good.
They are looking good, and that has nothing to do with me. That has everything to do with them. They figured a lot of stuff out last year, and they function as well as any team I've ever kind of been a part of, which is fun to see. They all support each other and all love their roles and all working towards one thing. So it's great to see, and then you add the talent they have, and it's, sky's the limit for these guys. So it's been fun to be a very small part of that.
Absolutely. And on the other side of the sheet from Winnipeg, Manitoba, it is Team Matt Dunstone, skip Matt Dunstone, third BJ Neufeld, second Colton Lott, and lead Ryan Harnden. And Brent, we saw this was a team that really came out of the blocks hot, made the Brier final in their first year. Last year, a little bit of a step back, and so far to start this season, a little bit of a slow start to the season, barely scraped into the playoffs with the Shorty Jenkins, got bounced by young Team McDonald at the points bet. What have you been seeing out of Team Dunstone lately that's maybe suggesting these results?
It's hard to put your finger on it because the talent's there. There's no question. I mean, and Maddie's been one of the best skips in Canada for a long time, in the world for a long time. BJ's obviously been there, done that. They've all got the experience. Colton's as talented as anybody, but they're just missing something. Whatever that je ne sais quoi is, I'll bring it all. That's all the French I know, but it's just that it's the momentum. It's that break when you need it. It's the big shot when you need it. It's just unexplainable. It's almost the belief before it happens. It seems like they're lacking a little bit of belief, but they're one game away from that starting to go the other way. And for me, I'll try again. Try not to be biased, but hopefully that's not tonight for Team McEwen's sake. But I'm sure we're in for a toe-tucking battle here.
Well, maybe they need maybe they just need one Mr. Brent Lang as coach. I don't know how big the check is from Team McEwen, but you got to think they could match and raise it. It's enormous.
Oh, it's so big. Yeah.
Man, okay. They did just win $50K.
I saw none of that. I also wasn't involved, so that's fair. But I'm not sure what it is, and they do have a coaching change, and I don't know how that happened or what's going on there, but that tends to happen a lot too. So we'll see.
We're up here in the booth in the Bell Alliance Center, and Brent, pretty crazy Tuesday night opening night game here in Charlottetown, and almost a full house. I mean, this is really wonderful to see for the first Grand Slam curling event of the year.
You gotta love the East Coast. I mean, it's still small town cities supporting all these events, and I think part of it is the buzz around the curling group and the new Grand Slams. As much as they're old, all that's old is new again.
They just they heard a rumor that you and I were commentating. Even though they can't hear us, they wanted to be around us. The vibe is high.
It could be. And Gushu's playing, so
it's one or the other.
Yeah.
I'm going with us. I think it's all us. It's going to be Matt Dunstone starting with hammer here by virtue of the last stone draw. Matt just missing the pin, just side button, and Mike sailed into the back 4. So we'll start the game off with Team McEwen here as they're just having a little team meeting before they get going. And, I know for you, Brent, just before this game gets started, you're obviously very involved with Team McEwen, and you were also involved on the sort of, elephant in the room disaster Mike McEwen team the year before. The year before this squad came together. What is it about this team, do you think, that's kind of got Mike his mojo back, has got him back into kind of Magic Mike mode?
Well, I think our problem was Ryan Fry. I'm going to say it bluntly.
That's totally,
but honestly,
it's 100% fair.
It's that these guys wanted not that we didn't want Mike as our skip, but setting that team aside, these guys want Mike as the skip. They want him as the leader. They go as he goes, and he loves that. He thrives on that, and these guys all love their position, get along extremely well, and know each other super well, and have kind of just welcomed Mike into the fold, and it's just been one of those things that just works.
Yeah, it does seem like, obviously I know Mike a little bit too, and been playing against him, and I've known him for the last decade or so, and he definitely seems like a guy who, maybe even a little more than other skips, does need that kind of comfort at the tee head, knowing that the team is kind of supporting behind him. And again, like you said, not that you guys weren't supporting him or any other team, but it does seem like it's very vibes based for Mike as to how well he can play.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely accurate. And I think he is he's the best player on the team. He wants to feel like that. He wants to feel supported like that, and he doesn't want to be. Nobody wants to be blamed when things go south. Again, other teams, maybe that was happening, maybe it wasn't. But let's focus on that it's not happening on this team. These guys want to play with each other. There's nobody else they'd rather play with. They believe in each other, and they've got a good idea of who they are as a team. And I think that's a big starting point for them. They worked hard on that last year, and it shows. So.
Totally, as we see Ryan Harnden come around that center guard, and we're going to see a run back early on here from Dan Marsh, maybe. I don't know, they've elected now to come around everything. And yeah, it really has been, even last year, it took this team a little while to get going, this team Mike McEwen, but really, you go from the Brier final, semi-final at the Players, 3 wins in a row, and to be fair, maybe not the best result at the Euro Super Series in Scotland, but it's been a great number of tournaments in a row for them now.
Yeah, they started the season off with a vacation in Scotland. I'm not sure why they entered a Bonspiel, but that's the draw of traveling is great, and then the curling gets in the way, and they actually lost a tough game on a bad pick. But a great start, and it's just all the time and effort they've put in. There's no secret to success. It's not always easy to put your finger on it, but it always includes a lot of time and effort. And
golfing when you're in Scotland.
Well, that's why I would go to Scotland, yeah. Especially in August.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? If you get me to Scotland in January, the Perth Masters, maybe I'll show up and curl. But in August, we're pretty close to the old course. Might be tough.
Right.
Might be tough to get me out there. So, rock in the back, 8 foot for Dan Marsh, and Ryan Harden's going to chase after it here.
I actually thought Mike would play the run back there. It is a shot they play quite often. Dan being as good a hitter as anybody's going to be at lead, especially playing second and third a lot of his life. But we're definitely going to see the run back from Kevin.
What was that? A little bit, yep.
So we saw a lot of struggles so far today in that kind of back line to hack weight chase. If you underthrow it, it'll take off. The in-between paths. It'll be interesting to see how these guys manage that. I think that's going to be a big key to success here this week.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there from Ryan Harnden. Did roll the shooter out of the house, though, so it will be Kevin Marsh with the straight run back here. And he will miss it. A little uncharacteristic there for Kevin.
Like to throw the first end guess on the runner. Will it curl the 1.5 inches or will it stay right there? And that one just curled, and that's the result.
Yeah, you do know Brad Gujew's in the house when a hack weight takeout from EJ Harnden draws a rousing applause.
It's just the most popular team pretty much anywhere you go across Canada.
Yeah, they love them. They got a highway. When you got a highway,
right.
You won 3 world championships. What do you have?
I got nothing. I got a headset on my head, and I'm watching the best players in the world.
Yeah, at least I have an excuse. I was never that good.
14-9.
So the fresh spots are, again, tough. But you can't be light and you can't be tight on the fresh spots. That's what I've learned so far today. And
yeah, that would have been a solid firm. Yeah, it was pretty close.
It's a chance for Mike to hit the open one and not get out of this end. There's a couple of semi-corner guards, so no chance of a steal here without a disaster. So Dunny's not too upset just yet.
Got 2 corner guards up here. It'll be right on the beak for Kevin Marsh.
Once it hits,
And Matt Dunstone going to ignore that stone and come around the corner here.
That's what I thought. I think he's just tap and roll it right here, and maybe he's trying to leave some stuff there just in case it rolls too far. I think he's playing the hit and roll. But
Okay.
I thought the come around too. He tapped like that was it.
Yeah, he did. Maybe he was just shaking out his broom.
I think he's
Yeah,
trying.
you're right. Colton's throwing it out there.
I don't want to call him a cheater in the first end, but he's trying to leave a pile of stuff there, so in case we roll too far.
Yeah. That's a classic Skips move, eh?
Right.
Oh, my broom head's stuck. How come I can't get it out of here? Let's see if it hits that pile of debris here.
He's just showing he's not a rookie anymore. He's been around the block
Yeah.
now as much as.
Oh, he's a vet. He's a vet now, yep.
Still seems like he's 21, 17, jumping up and down, winning that Canadian championship.
Yeah, that was a good leap. Good photo.
That was solid.
Good photo with the corn broom flailing in the air and the dad hat on. I remember when he won his first slam and he was wearing
the
that
leather
gross leather dad hat.
Oh, that was nice.
That was a great look.
Like a 97 Briar hat or something.
Like that, yeah.
Really gotta go!
Oh, that's expensive.
That will hit the corner guard there for Colton Flash, and the F-bomb also expensive, I believe. Are we finding the players up here, Brent?
We have, and yeah, Tyler and I made a bit of an executive decision that the pool comes to the 3 streaming commentators.
100%.
Yeah.
I used to do it for charity, but I'm thinking...
Well, we can maybe talk about that after, but it comes to us first.
Yeah. I like it.
Top eight's what we want.
Unforced error from Colton there. There's no need to really get too close to that guard. Sticking or not, it's not really a big deal.
We're deep.
See if BJ can hit the rings here on the other side.
This is looking a little hot. Will it come down here? No, it won't. My goodness. So 2 unforced errors in a row from 2 players we're not used to seeing them from.
Okay, bud.
And we might be heading for a blank here, Brent.
Seems that way. We're taking a weird path, but we're getting to where we should. It's kind of been the story of the day. Every prediction I've made has been pretty much wrong.
Back in my day, we just both agreed to blank the first. I don't know what these guys are doing here.
Right?
Okay.
Tyler and I got a little caught up in that earlier today, back in my day stuff, you know. But what can you do? We're old. I mean, you're old. You're much older than me.
Oh, decades.
Control.
I think the year you won the World Juniors for the first time was the first year I started curling.
1998?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But I started late. I was 13. So
Okay. Okay.
that's on me. I didn't have parents who curled, so I had to find my own way to the game.
It is. I mean, I got into it because my parents curled, and that's kind of obviously the most common way. And you wonder why it's not easier to get into the game. I mean, there's a curling club in every town.
You just got to be a huge nerd. That's really what it comes down to. If you're a massive nerd like me, and you turn on TSN and you see curling as a child, and you go, I like this chess on ice game.
No, that's good
So
actually
you
for me.
seeked it out.
I sought it out, and yeah, here we are.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just a lifetime of pain, and it all led up to this moment commentating with you.
Right? Well, you had to hit the pinnacle sometime.
They say if you stay in, you just got to keep doing something long enough. So just an open hit here for Mike McEwen. Don't want to roll out here. We'll just stick on the top of the rings. Nice shot.
Roll this. Is it still that out?
Poor Michael Brunner, eh?
You just threw?
Just violence from the fans tonight.
I mean, we saw
Nobody
there,
likes that guy
Nobody
tonight.
likes him.
No.
Just a mild-mannered Swiss guy, and everyone in this building hates
Does
him.
that look like enough?
Yeah, it does to me.
You might need a little
Yeah, I
more
was-
animosity amongst
bordering on
teams
thinking
and
that was
fans in our
Remember the
sport.
10-5?
A
Agreed.
little too friendly
This should be
sometimes,
closed
and
10-5.
need a little bit more Ben Hebert, a little less Michael Brunner.
10-5.
I had 9 on him.
I'm leaving that one alone.
Probably just a little crunchy in here for normal.
I don't think so.
So
Don't
now
believe this will
making
be
sure
big
here
throw.
Maddie wants to roll in. I think he'd probably rather roll out than nose it,
Button speed.
Yeah.
because those guards are not easy to come around. But a nose, Mike will have a good chance to walk one around there and at least force. The spot's curling now. We'll see if he thinks Mike and Flash are hooking that or if it just curls. I think he's pretty sure it curls quite a bit.
Yep.
Really hard.
So our first look at Matt Dunstone here. Opening draw of the Tour Challenge. As you said, Brent wants to roll onto the rings here, but this is just going to dead nose. And so a potential steal opportunity, or not steal rather, but force for Mike McEwen.
And Mike's going to go around the red one. Okay. I noticed Dunstone, maybe their slow start, their panic. They got 2 coaches on the bench. They got a head coach and a curling coach. Looks like Adam Kingsbury was still back there. I wasn't sure if he was still in the picture. He's been working with Matty for quite a while.
Basically just outside center. Yeah, so you got to
Yeah, more on the sports psych side of things, Adam, rather than the sort of technical curling side of things.
take a hair last.
And now Caleb in the picture, and maybe that's his role. I haven't talked to the guys, so I'm not sure how they're dividing that up.
Yeah, okay. I like where you have it, Mike.
Tough when you're the coach to split the
DJ
check.
threw it through.
Right.
This is actually not a bad
Not
try.
bad, yeah.
I feel like it's going to be similar to your drum.
Kui's got it figured out. They're splitting their checks 3 ways now instead of 4.
And no coach, so
Right.
even easier. Well, no, I guess that's not true. Mike Libis coaching.
He has been around,
Yeah.
yeah. See if Mike can figure out. This would be the third try of kind of a fresh path draw. The first 2 missed the rings.
Yeah, definitely looked like BJ's in a similar spot, ran quite good. Final stone here for Mike McEwen in end number 1. Trying to bury this to force Matt Dunstone to a single. And
Wow. Just hit a wall.
I completely died, and I'm going to guess here, Brent, that's a short enough run back. You go for the blank here.
Oh, I think there's a lot of spots you can hit that.
I thought it was weighty.
Can't imagine this will do much.
So that was interesting, Brent. I mean, we did see BJ's in that same spot run quite good, and they're all saying that one just kind of hit a wall. So maybe just a little different path from BJ, but yeah, certainly the weight came off that one quite substantially.
Just an inch more, Beach.
So this one can hit almost anywhere except for about 2/3 to half high. It'll spin in the rings, but these ones have been running straight from what I've seen, John. Not sure what you saw this morning, but the miss out wide here has been the under curl. Everything else has been the over curl.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Final stone here for Matt Dunstone.
Queen.
Looking to make the red go away for the blank. And no mistake made, so we'll put a couple zeros up on the board and we'll head into our first break.
Let's toss that. Very smooth. Blank end.
So this is our draw the button path, which is
Yeah,
like 14.
it's just 14 to tee.
Yeah.
It's not as quick as 0 turn.
Two-thirds?
Okay.
You get that 2/3 spot again? Yeah, exactly. Too much?
No.
No.
I think it's
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back. As you said, Brent, a bit of a circuitous route to the blank there, but we did, in the end, find the blank, and Matt Dunstone will retain hammer here in the second.
They both track the same with that hit. Good, good.
And both teams in the break there were talking exclusively about the ice, the paths. You know, you got to pay attention. We got to be on top of it. What they were talking about, trying to figure out where is it normal, where is it fresh, where is it curling. Trying to map out the ice. It's a little challenging today to start, which is not uncommon.
Top 8.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Obviously, you've played in tons of arena ice events. And what is it about kind of the first day at an arena event? And particularly, this is the 4th draw of the first day. What is it about that makes the ice, you know, maybe a little bit more tricky?
Well, generally when we come east, it's frost. The humidity and, you know, being oceanfront basically, I think is a big part of it. And I don't understand the ice making, but you can see when you can see the footprints and stuff, there's going to be some fresh spots. And also, now that you know, years ago it never used to be. The first half of my career, we didn't sandpaper rocks very much, so it wasn't a thing. But now they're most aggressive at the start of the event, and then they tend to calm down and get a little bit more. They slide a little better, curl a little less. So there's a number of things going into it, but ice also is just put in, like this was hockey ice a couple days ago. And we talk about green ice, like the more rocks that are thrown on it, the better it'll get.
Freeze it with the out.
Top 12? Full 12!
Yeah, top 12.
So it comes a little short on the freeze attempt there, does Dan Marsh. And Ryan Harnden will try to put another yellow in here.
Playing the usual angles game here. We haven't seen multiple shots in a row made yet today because they've been kind of second guessing. And even if the ice is good, second guessing it in your head, that's where you start to maybe point the rock, aim the rock, talk yourself out of making shots.
You can bounce on this line.
Good one there from Ryan.
Very nice shot, Pete.
Very nice from Ryan Harnden indeed.
Get both. I think that's a shot. Even straight nose is okay.
She heard Mike say he thinks they can get both yellows here with just that little nudge from Ryan Harden's rock. Thinks there's maybe enough room to squeeze by that middle red.
So they do have to decide, will it curl or will it be straight? And I would think Flash is right here. It's still going to curl that inch.
And that is lovely there from Kevin Marsh and draws our first non-Guzhu applause of the evening.
They are watching other sheets.
I guess so. Incredible. Speaking of the other sheets, we are covering all 4 of the games out here. This is the only game with player audio and commentary, but if you want to watch Michael Brunner and Brad Guzhu, or perhaps Yunji Kim and Selena Sturmey, or Tab Peterson and Chelsea Carey, all of those games are available streaming on the Home Team Live website.
Too much curling. Where was this when I was a kid?
No kidding, eh? Yeah, it's good to have options, I think they say.
Colton trying to make the triple back.
And he'll get 2 moving. Will he get the second one out? Not quite, but
sneaky good.
Pretty good from Colton.
Actually, peel the guard is the only thing you can do.
Not a good situation for Mike.
Yeah. That he peeled in, but it's either or. I mean, it's likely to be a blank.
So what about this situation for Mike do you not particularly like here, Brent?
Well, the 2 red ones are in the 12-foot, so those aren't really going to help you. And then the corner guard there on the blue HearingLife dot, that's the perfect corner guard, and it also happens to be Team Dunstone's color. So anything but peeling that, I would be nervous that you're going to see a Dunstone stone end up behind that yellow one. I would lean towards peeling the guard here. It's like Mike said, it's going to be a blank, but blank's better than a deuce.
Yeah, so decided to throw a center guard here. It seems like Flash and Marsh think it's a little heavy for that.
Top 12.
It's got to get off that corner guard. It does, but it is McEwen lying 3 without hammer, but as you said, Brent, none of them particularly threatening for Team Dunstone as of this juncture.
Good opportunity for Team Dunstone here. 1 hit and roll away from a real good chance at 2 points.
Little down, straight.
This is the one we've seen miss light and tight a lot.
Clean, straight. Little down.
Straight! Hard!
Just doesn't quite get the roll, over curls slightly. It is Dunstone lying one, though.
It's interesting, John. You know, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, however many years you want to go back, I was still playing, and it was almost, you would almost never hear a men's team time a hit.
Never.
And now
Never.
almost all of them do. It's almost like the women had something that they were doing better than us, and we've picked up on it, because all the women's teams have always done it all along, and I would suggest that it adds some precision to the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you think about it from just from a outside perspective or looking at it from the big picture, when you think, well, what is our hit weight? Well, it's normal. Okay.
What is that?
What is that? Well, it's normal.
It's less than firm and more than control.
Yeah, duh. And then you see the women who are saying, well, is it 9 or 9.5? Chances are good one of those systems is going to be more accurate than the other.
Dirty spin. If that's second shot.
Oh, it's tough to tell from our angle there.
Sure is.
Maybe we can take another look at that overhead here. Mike's certainly taking a look at it here.
I'm not sure it's one you can leave there anyway. I mean, he's maybe playing it for the crowd here, but he's going to hit it.
Sure it's us. Okay, we can just go back here just in case.
Take the play in the middle now?
I think you have to.
They're definitely going around the corner if you do anything but hit that.
Yeah, I was thinking like back 4 even. Okay, so we're coming across the middle.
You are, yeah.
I'm expecting to see a 14 to the T guy.
Yeah, it's tough to tell here for exactly, but Mike does seem pretty confident. I think if he wasn't confident, they'd probably be chasing the yellow.
I would agree. I would hope so. And yeah, so drawing to lie 3. Talking about putting it behind the tee line so there's no double into that one.
Might come down.
Gotta be off.
But I think Dunny's going to ignore it and go around the corner guard.
Keep an eye on it.
Whoa.
You gotta be back.
Whoa, it's always curl.
It's really curling. Where
Mine's good now.
Right here.
Still has to curl a bit.
I think
Straight on the
you're
bottom.
there. That's okay. Good shot. That's
They seem to like it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, playing that double. Didn't see that one coming.
Roll behind our corner would be sweet, too.
Yeah. Thick half.
I'm not sure why they wouldn't just draw behind the
Half
corner.
round's real close.
What would Mike's next shot be? Follow him down?
You would assume so, yeah. I don't know what else you'd do if you're Mike in that situation.
Yeah, a little mistake, a little bump, a little light, a little line trouble, and all of a sudden...
Is he maybe just a little worried that they're just leaving too many McEwen
I
counters
guess.
in the rings, I guess?
Doesn't want to draw against the bunch.
Yeah. Early in the game, and we've said the ice is tricky, so...
Make a try.
Really close from BJ. Unfortunately, the pro side miss there would have been to stick that in the ring somewhere. So it continues to be Mike McEwen, we think, lying
to
two.
be able to outdraw it, right?
Can't draw in front of it because in front of it in the wrong depth would leave a triple.
Yep.
That's why Mikey's talking about going a little wider, but he heard him say
What depth?
he needs to still be in a spot that if he goes around the corner guard that this one's out counting it.
So don't really want to venture in too much different stuff.
No, I think edge of 4 is fine.
Okay.
Where was I?
You're 13-5.
No, line.
Out into the 12 foot.
You can probably go middle 8.
I think it's going to run there. I think this is good.
Okay.
There's our man Tyler George back there in his comfort zone.
Holding court,
Just at
as
the
they
end.
say,
Right?
I believe, yes.
You got
In
it,
the
Mike?
Jackpot City Pub, is that what we're calling that this year?
Your guess is as good as mine. They didn't give me... I don't have any notes in front of me. So, I'm guessing based on all the Jackpot City signs,
That's
yes,
a
I think you're
decent guess.
Hey, line's good. Running a bit.
Low hot.
Running.
Looking like
right. The only thing Tyler's missing back there is his gold medal to show
Top
everybody.
4, top
He's got it in his pocket, trust me.
Top 4. Full 8, top 4.
Yep. Line looks perfect to me.
It's top T.
Good.
That's exactly where Mike McEwen wanted that one.
Good.
Pretty perfect. You got to freeze somewhere now, I would think.
Oh, it's not. I mean, even if you blast it, though. Do you like this at all?
It's the only way to give us a chance for 2, I guess. Oh, yeah. Throw like 11-5.
Just thinking if he freezes and Mike blasts it, it's still a force. So thinking if I hit and roll in front, and maybe Mike, when he goes to pick it, clips the back one, you might have a wide nose hit for 2.
Should be good.
Board. It's kind of similar spot
Yeah.
when I throw
Yeah.
it.
Board ice.
Crowd's gone awfully quiet. Is Gushu in trouble?
No.
No, definitely not.
He's lying too buried and throwing, so
Opposite of trouble.
yeah, opposite of trouble. They're in awe right now. They're stupefied.
Speed should be all right. Maybe a hair crunchy.
If I give you the same I gave you at first, is that going to be close?
Yeah,
So I think,
so.
Brent, they decided to play the hit and roll on
Yeah.
top here.
They have something around board weight. Trying to roll right in front of the red stone, and then maybe Mike makes a mistake picking it out and clips his back one, and they can kind of nose hit that wide one for 2.
Clean. Yes. Hard.
Ryan Harnden picking it up right
Right
away.
to it. Right to
The
it.
roll here is pretty critical.
Really hard.
This looks like not a lot of weight here from Matt Dunstone.
Roll it a bit.
It'll just be on the nose. I think they were throwing board, right, Brent?
That's something like that. Harder than that for sure.
Yeah, that was not board.
Out, Kirk.
So unfortunately for Matt, just has never really got his rocks into a good spot here this end, and this is looking like a pretty easy force here for Mr. McEwen.
Yeah, Kevin Marsh made that great run back double and got Ryan's artwork wiped off the page,
Yeah, nose is good though.
I've been there before.
right?
I think it'll curl
It's
a hair.
the risk of playing front end, right?
That's it.
For him, right?
Playing
doesn't-
lead is kind of like an etch-a-sketch, you know? It's like you can make something real nice, but all it takes is for one guy to come and shake it. A bully to come and shake it up, and your artwork's all gone. So final stone here for Mike McEwen in the second end. Still zeros on the board.
Whoa. Good.
Needs an open hit to set up the force.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
Sounds close.
Good.
And got
Real
pretty
nice,
much
real
exactly the roll he was looking
Perfect.
for. And so it'll be Matt Dunstone drawing against at least 2, probably 3, and as you can see from that overhead angle, needs full forefooט.
I would be worried about this path a little bit. I know this is their draw the button path,
Yeah. Solid button speed.
but they were playing out turns here most of this end, and I think Matt makes that nose hit on the right one or little roll inside almost all the time. And I mean, he does make the draw too, but just with the question mark about the speed. They don't seem to have any questions though, so maybe I'm crazy.
Well, you heard Matt say when he got to the hack, they were looking for draw to the button speed, so they do think it's pretty close to their pregame practice. We'll see if that holds true. Final stone upcoming here for Matt Dunstone in the second end. Needs full forefoot for 1.
Line's good. Line's good.
D.
Yeah, line's good. Line's really nice, guys.
Seems like Lawton
Not
Herndon
on
like it.
anything. We don't
Not
need
too worried.
And lovely touch from Matt Dunstone. One will go on the board, and we'll get our first look at Mike McEwen with the hammer after this.
13-9 there.
It's just easy.
Might be too good.
Hello, curling fans. Welcome back inside the Bell Alliance Center here in Charlottetown, PEI. John Cullen alongside Brent Lang. And Brent, it's been, I think, fair to say, a bit of a cagey opening so far here. Matt Dunstone hasn't really been able to get the car started, and Mike McEwen's just been playing some good defense.
I think you nailed it, John. I mean, a little unsure with the ice. Matt made that draw look awfully easy. I was a bit worried, but he called it, made it. Never really seemed too worried. So I think they're going to settle in here. We're going to see some more precise shot making, and I think we're in for a good game here. These guys have played each other, I'd say, 100 times over the last 15 years.
Yeah, two teams that know each other well from that Manitoba final on. You know, you can think of how many times they played. That was Mike's first win at the Manitoba Provincials over Matt Dunstone. I want to say that would have been 2015.
We're there.
Matty was
2017.
Matty was still a junior.
Yeah. 2016.
16, Mike was there for sure.
Yeah, 16 is the correct answer. Took me a second to figure that
So
out.
Matt's younger than I think, obviously, because he was still a junior that year.
Well, when he won the Nationals in 13, he was only 17. So he went in 13, then Calvert went in 14, 15, and then Matt went again in 16.
Nice.
Yeah. Had to think about that one for a second, even though I do have notes in front of me.
Nah, just make it up as you go. It's more fun.
So it is way more fun when you do it like that. Yeah, because I remember it was, you know, Mike had been struggling to win Manitoba despite being one of the top teams in the world for quite some time. And then Matt had come out before the final and said, because the World Juniors conflicted with the Brier, had said, we're going to the World Juniors, we're not going to the Brier. So it was like, oh, well, Mike's going to get to go to the Brier regardless, but he obviously wanted to earn it.
Yeah.
So Matt was playing with zero pressure whatsoever.
That would have been a tough, after
tough.
everything Mike had gone through to get to the Brier based on a, we beat you, but you can go.
Yeah, exactly.
Another good shot.
We beat you, and we're also 19, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to do this a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So we're going to let you go.
Yeah. You have fun, but Mike's been to the Brier 9 times since then, so it worked out pretty good. But.
That's crazy, right? It's no different than Gushu. Will he ever win a Brier? And now it's like, will he ever lose one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, often you're good until you're not, and you're also not good until you are, generally speaking.
It's a fine line.
14-6 on his.
A good shot from Ryan Harnden starting off the game strong, and 2 good ones from Dan. So action building here. Yeah, I often wonder if those fans in St. John's in 17 didn't tilt the building to get Brad's draw there, would they have won so many Briers?
Man, no kidding, eh?
Top floor.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. You got a front row seat for that one.
I was close, yeah.
Almost
yeah.
T.
Yep.
You must have thought at some point
T-line.
you won.
At the hog line, I didn't think it had any
T-line
chance. And it was so
T-line
frosty on that side. And if Gallant had kept his mouth shut, I don't think Brad would have thrown it that hard. And Jeff's got a bad wing. He can't sweep it. Everything was happening.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a pretty cool story for curling, for St. John's. And I mean, from there, holy moly, he's done all right.
Yeah. Some lamb had to be sacrificed. I guess it may as well have been you, eh?
Sure. Yeah, I gave a lot of people their first Brier win. I was out there for a lot of trophy presentations.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same, but I think I gave Jim Cotter his 6th and 8th BC Brier title, respectively. So,
See?
So it's not so many for me, but
You know the feeling.
I do know the feeling. Yeah, it doesn't matter what curling final you're in. Losing a curling final really sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
T-line.
It's a bit of a mistake there by Colton not getting the right angle. And if Kev can put this one a little low, bump it, or just freeze kind of on the nose, all the yellows are in trouble and none of the reds.
Yep.
That's still good. Really good. Really
That's pretty good there from Kev, yeah.
Mike likes it.
Yep, they all seem to like it.
Good shot.
Gotta go to the runner here.
Yeah, Matt thinks they can get rid of all 3 reds here. I guess we'll see.
Not to reminisce all night, but remember when nobody made these? That was fun.
Yeah, this was like not even a coin flip if you make this or not.
Yeah.
I do remember. I was someone who didn't make any of them.
And now it's like, I hope he doesn't get all 3 of ours in the house here.
Yeah.
Oh, spread him out. Another donation for the commentators' fun, but that was so close. And just that little bit of curl makes those shots so much harder.
Well, and you were saying, like, it's quite tough to predict, you know, and we have seen it already. Even with playing the up weight, there doesn't seem to yet be a specific pattern or rhyme or reason as to why some are curling that half-inch and some aren't, other than maybe something in the release or, you know, whatever. But yeah, you're right. Inch away from making it, and unfortunately, the wrong side of that inch has Mike McEwen looking pretty good now. Hit to lie 4 here for Kevin Marsh.
Good, I got good. Yep.
Mike's worried about the center guard, the freeze on the one on the button, and I don't know that they're going to take that on right away, but good chance there's going to be a triple of some sort over here. No triples that I see.
Good, great sweep, yeah. That was perfect. Like, yeah, that's all we get.
Just getting the 2.
Yeah, Matt agrees with you.
Good to know.
Yeah, and he's down there, so
I've lost my skills, but not my sight, so that's good.
That's important. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not so much that you can make the shot, but you just know that it can be made.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
that's all that matters.
I know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Not trying to get this back to giving up a deuce, I would think, is what he's thinking here. Or getting it to a point where he can play that freeze where it's not against 4 or 5.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh,
Okay, well, everybody was wrong. That triple went, and pretty easy, too.
it
I have
was
to say.
closer to jamming than missing it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess they just didn't see that angle, but we'll take another look here on the replay. I mean,
We had one of those in Schuster's game today.
as we see, that goes easy. And like you said, almost closer to jamming than it was to making the triple. So nice shot there from BJ Neufeld, no stranger to getting a lot of rocks moving. And Mike's going to ignore that yellow and come into the middle here. I guess afraid of that freeze, as you were saying, Brent.
Yeah.
For sure, got to beat him in there.
You gotta go on that one.
Oh, never a good sign when they say got to go and it's still in his mitt.
Picking this one up early.
That's really light.
We're crashing hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, not close there from Colton Flash.
You want it.
Whatever you're seeing, the hole or freeze. Seeing 10-5? Freeze is tough.
Yeah. That's the weight.
Yeah.
How quickly an end can
Battery
turn.
freeze it.
There's a soap opera about that.
As
think
the
I like
world
the
turns, I think my mom
like
watched that one
There you
potentially.
go, yep. Oh yeah, my mom
Can we
was
be
a
shot
massive
rock with
soap
the
opera
freeze?
head back in the day. Stay-at-home mom, you come home,
Yeah,
never
but
know
then he's
days of
done.
our lives. General
Yeah, I
Hospital,
like
Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful.
Okay.
As the World Turns, they are all the programs of my youth.
You used to take commitment to watch a TV show too. You had to be there on time.
Yeah. PVR non-existent.
So playing the hit through the hole here, I think they'd love to play the freeze, but this is probably a slightly easier one, especially for BJ, who at one point told Benny, how do you miss when it's right in front of your face?
Straight.
Hard. Hard.
Sounds like he's going to try and miss this one, though.
Yeah, Ryan harmed it on this one right out of the hand. Will it get by that center guard? Yes, it
No,
will.
it
No, it
didn't.
didn't. Wow, it ticked. Couldn't even see that from
Feather
here.
tick.
Feather tick. Drawing an O from the crowd here. So close for BJ.
Wow.
Ideally, show a little
Did
piece
not
on
see
my
that
side.
coming.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you know, watching at the points bet this week, and it's been an uncharacteristic, bit of a slow start for BJ. You know, we're not used to seeing him miss too often, and he just has been on the wrong side of the inch a little bit more than usual so far this year.
See if Colton can make the adjustment here. I don't think it'll be any faster over here. So
Line's good. He's going to be a little heavier. Line's good. Should come down.
you see Kevin and Dan are going killer bees on us. That's Kevin sweeping inside on both sides.
Hold hard. Keep going.
Dan nursing a little bit of a tricep issue, I think.
Oh, is that a little inside scoop here from Coach?
Or I can't tell them apart still. One or the other.
I definitely can't. I told them, I promised them, I said now that I'm going to see them for sure 5 times this year at all the slams, by the end of the season I will figure it out.
It's I 2 of my best buddies in high school were twins too. When I first met them, I'm like, oh, you're identical. And now it's like they could, even 30 years later, they could walk in and I would know one from the other.
So weird how that works.
Can't even explain why or how, but you just can. Yeah.
I just don't trust twins, you know what I mean?
How could you?
Right?
So forcing Matt into the run back here. Could go through the hole, but then he's going to be looking at the exact same thing on his last one, he knows, because he can't go through there and get them both. So even if this doesn't go well, shouldn't be any worse situation as next.
So a big shot here for Matt Dunstone's, but a 10, 12-foot run back double here. And without the hammer, this is one he needs to have.
Yes. Hard. Whoa. Yeah. Hard.
And will that red one go?
Really good.
It'll go far enough.
Far enough to lie to. Leaves a very makeable double, but we'll have a double back.
Quarter actually.
Take a look at that on the replay here. Very nice from Matt Dunstone. Just missing, making
Then it'll just stay right
the
there.
perfect double.
Well, my board weight kind of. Yeah.
Well, Kev, it does move a little bit. That's good, though. Okay.
Like a Haverockish? No.
Smooth. Mike's got his own weights. Him and Reed used to call smooth, I think, is just kind of like comfortable, firm.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I mean, I played with him for a couple of years, and I don't know what he's talking about down there. Look, Mike, if you want more than firm, that's peel, and if you want less, that's normal. I don't have all the weights in between.
Yeah. I mean, imagine explaining that to a non-curler. Well, what's smooth? Well, that's comfortable firm. What's firm? Oh, well, that's like hard, regular. It's a lot of adjectives to get to the same result. Double there for Mike McEwen made, and as you said, Brent, it'll be a double back here for Matt Dunstone to force the blank.
Runs pretty much straight through it.
Just a run back double, followed by a double and another double, and then we'll get a blank. And we'll be out of here.
Yep.
Not automatic here. Some separation, but Matt will be very close on this. Basically a nose double, probably playing it a little bit on the low side.
Yeah, looking like about 6 feet of separation or so. If you laid Matt Dunstone between rock to rock, he wouldn't reach. That's how you know it's 6 feet.
This is a slide designed to make this shot. The Manitoba tuck, and I thought it was a dying breed, but I was at the Larry Jones Junior Spiel on the weekend, and they're tucking everywhere. They got cut off brooms and taped up corn brooms, and it just won't go away.
How could you not when you see guys like Matt and Mike? They're so good, and you know, even old tapes of Jeff Stoughton and those guys. It's very tempting, but
heartbreak.
Unfortunately, that will jam and
really running it up there.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
It's a sport. They care.
Oh my goodness! I'd cover my ears if I didn't already have headphones on.
Yeah, let him know the speed here.
That is frustrating for Matt, though. An inch on either side, and that double is made. But it is Mike lying the one, so he can just draw for his second point here, and just needs a little better than full 12 foot. Put 2 on the board.
No.
I think it's like you draw the button one.
I would say 14.
Yeah, I think you gotta add a couple feet to your draw the button for sure. Maybe 4 feet.
I'm good with that too. 4 feet?
Yeah.
So it's always easier to compare to a shot that Mike knows the speed rather than just a number. It's a 4 feet more than the draw of the button. I don't see him missing this one heavy. I think the miss here would be light if there was one.
Gotta go on that one.
Mike thinks it's light out of the hand. Flash on it right away here.
If anybody can get it there, it's Flash.
No question about it. Certainly one of the best sweepers in our game. Ryan Harnden already putting the hand up, so guessing that is a made shot, and indeed it is. So very close to a blank for Matt Dunstone, but unfortunately noses the double. Mike will pick up 2. They lead 2-1.
I know, I saw that. I saw that.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Well, I think that third end, Brent, sort of a microcosm of the game so far. It hasn't been a poorly played game from Team Dunstone, but just the wrong side of the inch on a few key shots, and that has them down 2-1 here.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse, and then it could have been a lot better, and it ended up a deuce. So
Line's great. 15.
unfortunate on Matt's last one. I mean, threw 2 great shots, and that wide one just doesn't curl that little bit like he would have saw in the middle, and maybe got fooled by that. Hard to do that with that much speed and absolutely nut it when it's back 12. But 2-1, like BJ said right away, okay, let's get it back.
Yeah, certainly a team that can score when they need to, and they may need to here. Got the hammer in the evens, so if you can get 2 back here, that's going to feel pretty good.
Probably a pretty high corner. This corner's okay.
It'd be hard to go through a whole game and if you're either of these teams and think you're not going to give up a deuce to the other team when the other team has this much skill and playing as well as they are.
Kevin, there's something right here, like big, right?
Garden gets so far out. Good though.
This is the first event of the year, obviously the first Grand Slam. This is the first time all of the best teams in the world are together. So all the big wins McEwen has had, and they haven't been against everybody just yet. Some Canadians would like to see these be Canadian-only events. How do you think of that? What do you think of that, John?
Why?
I won't name his name because we're making the internationals better.
Good.
Yeah, good. Exactly. That was kind of the point.
Yeah.
Making curling better, growing
right.
the game.
That's exactly right. And also, as the kids would say, Brent, if we don't get better, that's a skill issue. I believe that's what they would refer to it as. So, okay, the international teams are getting better. Well, guess what? We could get better too, you know?
It's true.
That option is available.
It's true. They're not doing anything we couldn't do.
No, exactly. And I mean, I think, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, the slams, and you were there, you know, pretty much right from the beginning, you know, the intention was never, well, these are for Canada.
No.
That was never the case.
No.
So, you know, if we start talking about letting international teams into the Briar, then okay, sure. You know,
You're not in for that?
yeah, well, that might be a little weird. Might take some getting used to, but it's not like the slams were once this sort of like bastion of Canadian curling. They've always been an international event, and just the fact that there's more and more international teams every year, you know, I think that just speaks to the growth of the game. It's amazing what the Olympics have done. It's amazing what these Grand Slams have done. And how could you not love it? We got a full house on a Tuesday night here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island to watch curling. I mean,
pretty awesome.
It's awesome.
And if we keep falling down the ranks as a country, we'll just add a tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, whatever
That's
it
right.
takes.
Absolutely. Buddy, when they add a tier 5, that's when I'm putting the boots back
Come
on.
back.
Yep. I'll be on the comeback trail.
A little heavy still.
No one's ever commentated and played at the same time before, so maybe that could be my sort of like
Try and hit it, sit right
claim to history, because certainly didn't get my name in the history books just as a player. It's just a little bounce there, unfortunately, from Kevin Marsh.
Ryan Harnden with 2 perfect shots again, setting his team up. Dunstone has kind of been in control early in the ends.
14.
See if Colton can make a good one here. The angles are so key.
T.
Clean. Little bit of room.
T-line.
Clean.
I don't think you got this running beach.
Line 3.
Top 4.
Ryan and BJ on this right away. They wanted to move this red rock, so top 4 is probably not going to be enough weight.
Hard. Line's real good. Hard. Just go.
In the pocket.
And just a little light there from Colton Lott.
Not a bad result. A problem rock for Team McEwen.
Do you think this is just maybe, Brent, a case where the ice is not quite as quick as we're used to seeing arena ice? We have seen quite a few draws come up short already.
I think that's exactly right, John, and I don't think that's abnormal. Slams are generally, in my experience over the last number of years, I would say they're 6 to 8 feet slower than the Briar ice. I don't know why that is, but it's also generally, there's a little bit more curl here, so that could be part of it. But it always is just a little bit different. We also play 4 draws a day, and you get the humidity in here and don't have a chance to cool it off.
Well, and with all these fans in here too, this is easily the most well-attended draw of the day, so that'll do it too. As this one has the string pulled on it as well here from Kevin Marsh. But again, that's also not a terrible spot.
A little high.
So freeze, blow it up. And Colton Lott is pretty much as good as they come. He's just calling firm, though. Not smooth, not peel, firm.
A weight we can understand.
Right.
Also a good book.
Yeah?
Firm. Yeah, John Grisham.
Yeah. Good movie.
Good movie
Talk
as well.
movies, you're more my style.
Yeah, got you. Tom Cruise, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Straight. Low. Firm. Clean. Low. Curl.
Sounds good again.
Sit.
Didn't work out very great. Not bad. That wide yellow is in a good spot to get shot rock out.
Do you try to make this slip? Yeah, I think so. Like you're just taking the paint off it. Or just hit and roll. Probably hit and roll is better. We're just rolling in, yeah.
You can always tell when Mike's feeling good about making shots. He sees stuff that might not even be there and thinks that, we can make this. It's a good sign, especially when the guys talk him out of it. That double that's a tough double.
We do know this. Sure.
Yeah, he did. I believe the phrase he used was we'd have to take the paint off it.
Right.
To thin it, you'd have to really thin it there to make it. Now,
that's when you call down, find me something easier.
Yeah, exactly. Please. I know we've won 3 events in a row, but I'm not a miracle worker.
Right.
Close. Yep. Whoa. Well, heavy board.
So we're just playing a short little run back here, I think. No, sorry, in a hit and roll. That's what I meant.
That shot.
Oh, that is perfect. That's so good.
Very nice.
Really
Colton
protects
Flash.
shot rock.
Yeah.
That's a lonely lemon in there.
Think so, eh?
Pulls it right onto the corner, even a little extra spin for luck.
Sliver high.
That's how things are going for Dunstone right now. Everything's spinning against you, it feels.
And kind of how things have been going for McEwen.
Yeah.
Not just in this game, but in general the last few weeks.
Good. Straight. Hard.
Colton Lott on this right out of the hand. And that is not what they wanted, but
Not terrible.
not terrible.
Not sure how much you can see of that, but it's definitely not open. That yellow one's still in a really good spot.
Wow. about that rock?
Like right now, for him, he doesn't have anything low.
Does he have anything on this one? This good?
Can we just draw in there?
Like he's probably.
I'm not hitting that rock. That's all I know.
I'm not hitting that rock. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Kind of a lob.
He's firing this though. I don't actually like that. No, he stuffs this low.
Do we want to have one behind the tee there or not?
You got to play something, Mike. That's the rules.
We can just draw.
I don't know why they're so against the hit here.
What if we just rip it out?
Have to throw this run back thing.
What if we just rip it?
Doesn't it looks like you can see a big half.
What if we just
Well, I think.
What about that?
Is he going to draw around if we just
Yeah,
rip this,
that's
or
what
is
Mike
he
thinks.
going to slash this
He
yellow?
could.
He's gonna
I mean,
draw.
he's
That's
playing
okay,
this.
isn't it, for us?
Well, then
Yeah.
why don't we just draw there?
Thing.
We
We
don't
don't
just
want to
freeze
make
the
that.
yellow.
But here's the problem. He stuffs that under.
Then we got that one.
I'm good with freezing the yellow.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
I
knew
guess
you were
that
going to
happens
make
right
it,
back.
freeze low, but
Because if you know this spot, it's fine.
right where Mike's broom is.
You
Definitely
like
seemed to be the option Mike has liked the best from the start.
Or freeze. Freeze it.
Yeah, we got the options.
Yeah.
So yeah, we played this draw.
I always love when that happens, when the skip says one thing, and then the guy in the hack says the other thing, and then
And they
eventually the
switch?
discussion goes long enough that, yeah, the guy in the hack goes, no, yeah, you got it, you're right.
This is the best result, but also a much harder shot, especially from what we're seeing so far.
Draw weight has been at a premium here tonight.
Back four. Whoa. Room. Back eight. Clean. Back eight.
Back four.
Clean. Yeah.
Colton's interested.
Yeah, weight is all there, but they got to get it by this top one. They're by now.
Yep. Whoa.
Looks like quite a curling shot.
And that is a beautiful shot from Golden Flash. Fantastic pair.
I think so.
I think it's the right shot.
Yeah, they're still debating.
I think you think it is now for sure.
Yeah.
You missed a great line from Brad Jacobs earlier today. He said, I think if we throw the right weight and we make the right line call, we'll be good.
I mean, I think he can do this.
That is usually how it works.
Yeah.
It's sort of along the lines of, well, if we score more than the other team, we'll probably win the game.
But, I mean, maybe he's figured out how he's got to talk to his new team.
Yeah.
And that's the level they're at. Simplify.
At least
I'm okay
one
with
team
planning,
member
it's fine.
needs it to be
Yeah,
simplified.
either plant it or if it comes up, we'll make this. So it should. Two different calls. To What? plant it's thin half. Okay.
Playing the yellow, red. Is that what they've come up with here? That doesn't look very good.
Catch the other red
No,
with
he
the
said
screw or no?
plant it, so it makes me think they're, but I don't know what you'd plant here.
Yellow on the top 8 red and blow up the ones on the button. I think everything flies.
Yeah.
And the lonely red one on the side is shot, I guess. Mike's going to play that out turn draw again.
Well, we'll see if BJ can get some rocks in motion here. Should be a lot of granite flying.
Clean. Whoa. Straight. Whoa. Straight. Straight.
Sounds like they like it.
And how about that? My goodness, what a shot from BJ Neufeld. Holy smokes. Team Dunstone lies too. Let's take another look at that.
Yeah. Is that right? You go right where Flash is.
Wow. What an end we've got here, Brent. This is phenomenal curling.
That seemed a bit accidental, trying to plant it and all of a sudden making that triple the lie too.
I mean, if I could roll right here.
It's a
I
great
mean,
shot.
you must have known it was there. You know, looking at it, kind of looked like you knew it was there, but
Hell of a shot. Well thrown, well called, and now all of a sudden,
What if you?
Team McEwen's in some trouble.
I think it's kind of a hack or hack waiter. Some shape here.
They really don't want to hit shot rock, eh? They didn't want to do it last time, and they don't want to do it this time either. Make a good roll here. Matt's got a draw, but he's going to have two options, either out turn or in turn. So
That would be nice.
How's that ice look?
Pretty good to me.
he wants to roll right over in front of the yellow, which
BJ's 2-2 right down here, so.
is ideal.
Gotta go, I think.
Mike calling Flash on right out of the hand here. His first stone in the fourth.
Real hard! Really hard!
Not going to kill this one.
That's not a lot of weight. Is that going right through the hole? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is a big miss from Mike McEwen after a series of fantastic shots from both teams. Right through the hole, and now all of a sudden, it's giddy up time for Matt Dunstone.
Just he might be able to make a slip off, right?
Oh, exactly.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good spot here, even.
Yeah, if we can get, we just gotta be a little careful.
What do you think he does it for right here?
I think he's ripping this slash.
And that's probably a deuce.
Then it's deuce.
That's what I'm seeing. I don't love the tap. Because I'd hate to do.
I don't think you want to move that left one.
I don't think you want this to here too. It's half round.
Right.
This is awkward form already.
It is, yeah. I think full 4 foot is where you want to be.
Yeah.
I mean, he may.
Yes, the risk there, Brent, in playing the tap is that maybe you'd leave something where Mike could play into the middle. Is that what
Yeah, if it over curls and you tap it kind of a rock or rock and a half, a little bit down and left, and then you're going to leave a double into the back 4 foot one that would stay dead buried.
This full top 4 beat.
So you want one top 4 here.
This is where I had his draw for
Where's our spot?
full 4.
I think this turn makes some sense. Originally I thought maybe out turn, but then again, if it's in the wrong spot, you're going to leave off of this left one into the pile.
Do you want the same as what I gave you on my draw for 1?
Should be in the ballpark, yeah.
Full 4, Mike's almost going to have to play the out turn freeze that Flash played.
There's T-line.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you got to think the same.
Or just
probably that, or you rip the double and you give him 2.
Okay.
Yeah, if like Matt was talking,
If there's a
like,
double there, yeah.
it's going to be awfully thin if Matt puts this where he wants to.
So a crucial shot here for Matt Dunstone. A big miss from Mike McEwen and looking to capitalize.
Okay, line's good.
Top 4.
A little bit of room.
Line's good.
Line's
Top
good.
4.
Line's good, guys. Hard line.
Top 8.
Hard line. Oh, you gotta go hard. You gotta go.
Colton and Ryan on this. This is really dying and curling. Can they get it in there? No, they can't.
Oof.
Rubs the center guard, and so a miss right back from Matt Dunstone.
It's been a very friendly day from team to team out here. A lot more misses than we're used to seeing.
34.
Yeah, you talked about it quite a few times already, Brent, but the draw weight seeming elusive right now.
For sure. It's really sensitive and path dependent, but if you ever, you got it tight early, and you're just dead if you're tight early out here right now. You can't lay it down light, and you cannot get it curling early.
It's just that curl.
Yeah, I was talking with Tom Howell from Corey Dropkin's team earlier, and he was saying exactly that as a sweeper, and they're playing with 3 this week, so he's been sweeping an awful lot of rocks, and he said, as soon as it breaks, there's nothing you can do as a sweeper. So yeah, you really got to get it out to the broom, and looks like Mike is playing a hit here.
Called it right out of his hand. I don't think that's good news.
No, Colton Flash trying to hold this. Can they get it by that top red? Yes, they can. And a little roll inside. What a sweep from Colton Flash. Mike McEwen giving him a little tap there.
That was disgusting.
That was disgusting, he says. No sense being built like a fridge if you can't use it for something.
Even thick half will do it, eh?
Just
and
a bit of
sweeping pretty good.
Bit of a freak of nature.
Yeah,
Flash.
absolutely.
Yeah. Think just inside the edge. A little more.
So forcing Matt into a tough shot here, but it is for 2 points if he can nut this run back. 2/3, you hear him say. He's throwing this hard, is he? Taking the guesswork out?
Yeah, certainly looks like it from where the broom is.
That makes as many of these as anybody. And he did win that slam in that leather 97 Briar hat. He was making them all over the place.
Yeah, usually to win a slam, these are the ones you need to make. Big final stone here for Matt Dunstone, trying to pull the 2 back that Mike McEwen took from him in the 3rd. Final stone.
Yep.
It is that big weight.
Girl.
Sounds close. Sounds close. And he's got it. Fantastic shot from Matt Dunstone right on the beak. Well called, well made. 3-2, Dunstone leads.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
it's a gold line. It's a gold line.
it's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are, and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casual.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions. When it comes to the game we love, having
Hello, curling fans, and welcome back inside the Bella Lion Arena here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. The HearingLife Tour Challenge, second half of the game coming at you. Fourth draw of the day, fourth draw of the tournament. John Cullen here alongside Brent Lang for this game between Mike McEwen and Matt Dunstone. And Brent, it's been a bit of an up and down game. There's been some makes and misses on both sides, but Matt Dunstone with a phenomenal angle run back there in 4 to secure the 2 points.
Yeah, they're not supposed to look that easy, especially with that kind of speed, but just kind of made it right out of his hand. Didn't have to do too much and put the 2 points on the board.
Not as bad as it normally is.
So Team McEwen now with the hammer trailing by 1. They were talking a lot through the break. Heard him trying to set some kind of trap. I heard Mikey say, well, I don't know if he'll take the bait, so I don't know what they're up to, but it must be awfully tricky.
Interesting. So just over and not touching the center line for Ryan Harnden. But I don't think that's going to matter too much for Mike here. We'll see about this trap. We'll see what this looks like here.
This doesn't look very tricky to me. You're just drawing the forefoot. But I think, yeah, I would have thought I would have saw the corner guard here, but this tells me they're trying to blank the end. They'll take the deuce, obviously, if it presents itself, but that's not a useful guard other than to force, I guess.
And maybe Matt is taking the bait here. He's going to, at least for one rock, hit the one in the house. If the bait is indeed to blank this end.
Yeah, maybe they throw a corner guard now. I would like that. I don't think they couldn't. This can't be the bait because they wouldn't have anticipated the first guard being 1 foot over the hog line. But
that's true.
Oh, call this a brick where I'm from. Ryan's played really well so far too.
Take the shooter. Just go.
Yeah, it is. It's indeed a brick.
That was the bait, obviously.
I guess,
stepped right in the trap.
Yeah, he stepped right in the trap. You know what, guys? I think if maybe there's like some kind of supernatural element here, because as you said, Ryan's had a great game and missed 2 shots in a row there, so maybe there was...
not very close either.
No.
They do call him Magic Mike. I don't know what those powers are. But
that's a good point, actually.
Right?
I always thought it was because of his shot making, but maybe he's a wizard.
Very possible.
Very possible indeed. We do have 3 other games going on here as Dan Marsh attempts to draw around the corner guard. Again, you can see all the games live on Home Team Live's website. It is Yunji Kim out to a very convincing 6-1 lead over Selena Sturmey. Right beside them, it is not quite hometown favorites, but certainly the favorites here at the crowd tonight. Brad Gushue up 4-2 on Michael Brunner. And over on the far sheet, a couple patchwork lineups for Chelsea Carey and Tab Peterson. Chelsea Carey is leading that one 5-1. Chelsea playing with 3. Emily Zacharias not here this week. And there's a couple pregnancies and newborn babies over on Tab Peterson's team. So we have Corey Teesey skipping for them, and Eileen Geving is also playing as well. So lots going on here in Charlottetown, Brent. We're trying to keep up with all of it.
There's a lot. Tyler was saying the U.S. program's a bit not in shambles, but they got injuries, they got pregnancies, they got all sorts of stuff going on.
Everybody's hurt. Dan Casper is on the shelf this weekend. Mark Fenner is on the shelf this weekend. It's they've been dealing with a lot here for sure.
Coach Phil has got to get that program under control.
No kidding, eh?
I like big board.
Okay, big board. Yeah, big board's good.
So a bit of a weird end here, kind of out of nowhere. No pressure, no real danger for Mike, but T. McEwen hitting the lie too. On Kevin's first, still looks like a blank to me most times, but
Control.
Maddie, Team Dunstone's gonna have to make something here eventually. Love to roll over there, but can't roll out. Got to pick a weight that can't go across the top.
Yeah, they've been definitely favoring that lighter takeout weight here tonight. Looks like we've got about a board here, or an 11-5 if you prefer.
Gotta go. Right to it. Really gotta go. Really gotta go.
Oh boy.
Jeez. And that was exactly what you said they couldn't do there.
Almost a disaster there. Almost flashed it. And now I think Mike's got to go around the corner, and he's not, eh?
Yeah, I want to hit the house.
This goes back to the run back game being too good. Mike knows BJ probably as well as anybody.
Okay, so I think it's going to be different if I throw it down the center versus just inside. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess that would really be the only reason that you wouldn't stack those behind, because that's certainly a better corner guard, the one that their Red Rock is already behind. But yeah, as you say, maybe the fear of BJ's upweight ability.
Going to force them into playing that. This way they might just give you the soft deuce.
Not bad.
Dan doing a good job of managing the muscle here. You can hear him. Easy flash. Easy flash.
Exactly. You always need someone to be in charge of the muscle.
Nice exercise. Real good.
11-5. 12-5.
At least 2, probably 3 nose hits away from a double. A lot of people would think roll in here to the center, but that's actually just going to make it easier for Mike. Try and get a couple of nose hits here and see if he can throw the high hard one across the rings.
Just hot. Clean. It's
clean.
down.
Hard then.
Clean.
Hard.
Whoa. Wait. Clean.
Curl.
Clean.
Clean.
Straight.
Hard.
Straight. Clean.
Whoa,
Clean.
curl.
Successful chase there for BJ Neufeld with that 11.5 weight. Should be accessible here for Colton Flash as well.
Playing the nose, I think this nose and 2 more nose hits, there's definitely a double for Matty. They accidentally rolled this into the center line. That doesn't sound good. Pick.
Kevin Marsh trying to hold this. And he will. Really nice, but it does just roll off the rings, unfortunately. Colton Flash is going to be putting my unborn children through college with the way this is going.
They are not thinking their grandparents are watching this.
No.
That looks good.
Just similar.
Flash felt something weird in his hand there. Mike saw it. Couldn't quite hold it, so back to a blank here.
Yeah, you did say that was the most likely scenario, and for a minute there it didn't seem so, but
I'd say
a chase here from BJ would do a lot to keep that option alive.
Clean. Girl.
And very nice from BJ.
I wonder if they'll freeze here, though. Okay, no. Mike is, at this point in the game, Mike does really favor the even odd ends, I think.
Same weight?
Not everybody does, but more and more teams talk about it. Blank here if you ever got the deuce and 6.
You're feeling good.
I think you are, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Wait's good.
That's enough.
Yep.
Back line.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa.
That's enough.
Yep.
Back line.
Sounds like Flash has this one online as well.
Oh, that's pretty much exactly what they wanted.
Where?
Still not jammable, I don't think.
Yeah, as long as you get it into
like
here,
it.
I think you're okay.
You'd have to hit it pretty bad.
I think so, Dave.
I like half.
Yeah. How's that look to you?
Should be good.
Halfway.
Well, they're getting good at this shot.
Yeah, no kidding.
Matt's throwing this a little harder than everybody else. He said hack weight. Their other ones were just kind of like back ring.
Trying to cross. Punch it across.
I think he's trying to roll out of there.
Okay.
Both teams looking like they want the blank. This is where you,
Yeah.
Tyler and I joked earlier, you turn around and say, you good with the blank? I'm good with the blank. And you just kick them off.
Shake hands, yeah. Well, yeah, we don't throw the 4 pitches for the intentional walk anymore.
Right, save some time here.
Save some time. Save the commentators' voices.
For the Grand Slam of karaoke, you mean?
I don't think I'll be up there. I can drum.
Nice.
So,
Air guitar?
If I can air guitar and I can reel drum, so
nice.
If
Clean.
You know,
Yep.
if someone needs those services, I'm probably available.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hard.
I was out with Team Mallett today on the golf course. We were talking about the Grand Slam of karaoke, and they said they didn't think that they would. Didn't think they'd be
not their
one
thing,
of the prime
eh?
candidates. I said, well, you know, you guys are all Scottish. Do 500 miles by the Proclaimers.
Right.
You don't have to sing. You just talk that whole thing.
Still probably an inch away.
No trouble. I might have convinced them.
Right, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm very convincing.
If he jams it again, then it'll be it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, this is where it maybe gets a little scary for Mike. The jam is certainly a possibility now, but it is also not nearly as behind that corner guard.
He could choose to throw some weight and roll out of there. Needs to stay in the rings and avoid that jam. And he should have a very makeable blank.
Whatever you see.
Could throw the out.
Seen this all in, so. Or you've seen a little bit. Yeah. I think that looks pretty good for norm. Okay. For a norm? Yeah. Roll all the way to center. Okay.
So Mike a little bit concerned about upping the weight and not having seen what it does here, but everything's been curling, so I would expect normal.
Well,
curl less, but it'll still curl.
Up north. Little big. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Air big, yeah. Air big. Yeah. Yeah. Roll it. Yeah, I got it. It was
So it was a little bigger than they wanted. Did not get rid of that
Yeah, I do.
jam possibility there. But
In turn, you like control
I like
or board?
so that's good for them.
just inside edge
Brings
of 4.
the potential jam into play now.
You like that
For
one?
Matt
This
with
looks like
his
good
last.
for control.
Not trying to roll right over to the edge of the 12-foot for a biter, but even half buried makes it tricky with that red one.
It's going to be on the hard side, if anything. Okay. 10? Yeah.
Smacking that corn broom around.
They love to do that, eh?
Oh, yeah. They grew up watching Stoughton.
Yep. John Mead.
Burtnick did it too.
Yeah,
Everybody.
two guys love to slap that thing around.
Clean. Good. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Curl.
So it's the last stone here for Matt Dunstone.
Yeah, curl,
Would
curl,
love
curl.
just a hair inside flop here. And that's pretty darn good.
That is really tricky.
Little fist pump there from Matt. And what will Mike do here? Wow, he is going to chase after it. Can't imagine he can see a whole lot of this one.
Doesn't look too concerned about it.
Okay, you got like 2/3.
Hey, he said he can throw firm. Okay, so Flash said he's got 2/3.
That's too much. His 2/3 might jam.
So there's a look at it there. Yeah, I mean, from what we can see from our camera, yeah, Mike can probably see 2/3 from the hack, maybe even a little more. But as you said, got to hit less than that for sure. So last rock here for Mike McEwen. It's not a dead easy blank, but it is certainly there. Seemed like he was chasing this from the first rock of the end. We'll see if he can get it now. Final stone.
Uh-oh. I heard a uh-oh.
Yeah, nothing at all, and Mike does not like it. That will go right on by. We have not seen Mike miss too much lately, but he misses there, and that'll be a steal of one for Matt Dunstone. They lead 4-2. So a tough fifth end there for Mike McEwen. They were chasing the blank all end long, and it was there for them, Brent, but just seemed like Mike didn't really get close with that last one.
Yeah, Mike won't be happy with that one. He gave the corn broom the old spinorama, which is never a good sign, and that's a shot he would expect to make. I wouldn't say 99 times out of 100, but definitely in the 90s out of 100. And just set it back and set it and forget it, as they say sometimes. So a big miss there. Big bonus for Team Dunstone, and up 2 playing 6. Not much changes for Team McEwen. They were really geared up to make 2 and 6, and now they kind of need to. For Dunstone talking about stack 2 in the 4 foot and 8 foot, which means get him in line in the rings and then throw the guard halfway. You're going to see double corners from Team McEwen. If If I was a good coach, I'd know if they're going to stack him or not, and I don't. So there's that.
Sometimes stacking is also vibes based. Wouldn't
True.
necessarily be your fault as a coach if they did something different than what you were expecting. But I think with where that one is, they're probably splitting.
Yep.
Throwing the 2 corner guards does another. Obviously, you want to use them, but it also kind of, a lot of times, will force the other team to throw a center guard, which you kind of want. I always hated it, and we did it a little bit with Team Cooey. If Matty was to draw kind of side top 8 now, and then you throw another corner, and then they do the same thing on the other side, and they lie 3 with no easy doubles, all inside the corner guards. Never really liked that against me when they were defending.
I think this might move a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
So as you said, John, they are stacking because Mike's worried that's too high. So precise guard here. I mean, guards are supposed to be easy, but this needs to be the right line and distance.
Yeah, looks like they think it needs it early here, do Kevin and Colton.
Yep. What do we? Whoa. Trying to make the double hard.
I don't think that was the plan.
Definitely not.
Higher than 2
Okay.
So if you're Matty here, I'm not even sure you throw a guard.
Still the same turn.
Because that, yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
2/3.
I don't think Mike's peeling this guard now.
Okay.
100%.
Certainly seemed like the team didn't like it when Matt suggested maybe they draw the open side.
Yeah, 14-2.
So
I think drawing one kind of to choke the corners wouldn't be terrible. These guys make that double peel almost every time. I guess the second one's probably coming in the rings though. If I'm Mike, I hope they throw a center guard here because I want to throw a freeze in there, and then I know there's going to be action all end.
Top of the HearingLife is our spot. We're there. Right on it.
yeah, as you said, you definitely need a 2 here if you're Mike McEwen.
Pete. Yep. Good.
Shot.
Very nice spot.
So guard made for Colton Watt, and we'll see if Mike wants that smoke here.
That was my thought.
He tries to go for freeze, but it looks like they're...
Chase that middle one, even if you don't kill it. Push it behind the tee line, save your shooter. They got to hit it, and then you got to hit and roll behind a wall. Pass me my notebook. Where's my coach's notebook?
Can I throw the outer cross?
You can
Never play a different shot.
write it on my arm like Prison Break.
Oh, what a good show.
Yeah, I'll just end up leaving this game with hand-drawn messages all over me.
Just throw like an 8.
That was one of my tour road shows.
Oh, yeah? I never watched it.
Benny Heaves and I watched that one a little bit. That's a good one. It's worth it.
Main guy pretty hot, gotta say.
Yeah?
Good looking guy, yeah.
Well, the best character, and I don't remember his name, but there's one character. He calls that guy pretty, so he agreed with you. But
well, there you go.
He was the best character. Not a good dude, but trying to clean up and save the shooter and get neither. Yeah. Okay.
We're past my unborn children. We're on to your kids now.
I don't hate the double.
College is going to be taken care of easy here. Colton Flash owes us. He's going to have to maybe get a call into Brinks here. I don't know if they have Brinks in Charlottetown, but we'll have to see what they can do here.
Matty's sensing something here. Rather than peeling, which I think a lot of teams would, he's keeping the foot on the gas, feeling the momentum swing and hearing the momentum swing and the
absolutely. No, I like it.
Frustration out of the green and black team.
Yeah. Well, you know, too, you were on some Team Howard teams that went on long winning streaks and had good runs, and when you're used to things going so good, it can feel just that little bit more cataclysmic when they start to go a little awry.
Yeah, it definitely works both ways. I mean, we had a bad run there with McEwen for a bit. It felt like nothing was ever going to go right. And then you get on a good run, and it's like, we can't miss. Nothing's ever going to go wrong. We need a miss here. We'll just get it. And, you know, it kind of happens. Nobody's ever won anything without some good fortune and good breaks. I mean, you create your own breaks. I'm a believer in that too, but...
Easy board. Yep. Board.
So McEwen's due to make a shot here.
Board, heavy board.
Got to get through this port. They do. How do they get this red one stopping? They do. That'll stop for second shots. That's pretty nice there from Kevin Marsh.
Does the trick. Opens up some opportunities now.
No.
Pretty simple answer there.
Like this or like the draw?
Me too.
I think the draw makes some sense here.
Yeah.
I think he said 11-5.
Yeah. I feel like I'm throwing a 10-5.
I don't know how easy this looks from his angle, but it doesn't look that great from here.
Looks like a tough chase.
BJ mentioned the draw. I mean, Mike's next shot is a draw, bump. Why not? You're going to have to make it next, so why not make it now while you're already shot?
BJ made that one look easy, but the freeze is certainly there for Mike McEwen, but it's Matt Dunstone lying 3 without hammer here.
Yeah, I
in number 6.
I think he can actually move this and roll low. And
9-5?
10-5.
if he gets anywhere near that guard with back line, they got to keep sweeping it to hit the thing, I think.
You don't need to make it, girl. No, I don't need to. Just here? Yeah, just once.
I think in about 35 seconds, BJ's going to wish he said, I like the draw louder.
Might be less time than that,
Could
depending
be.
on how quickly this rock gets down.
Flash doesn't screw around, we know
he
that.
doesn't, yeah.
But
No doubt about that. Oh, he hates it.
It's really gone.
Wow. Maybe it's that rock. That's the same rock as last end, but you wouldn't think it would have such a dramatic effect if it was a bad rock. But that's
Top 12-foot weight, and yeah, there it is.
There it is, Colton Flash.
It's all coming apart here at the seams now.
Yeah, like you said, Matty was maybe sensing something, and okay, they're going to call a timeout. Have a chat with Caleb Flaxey, see what the stats say.
I don't know what they're guarding, but if you guard here, you almost leave Mike no choice but to just draw in there and load it up for one of those run backs.
I don't mind that.
Pardon me?
I don't mind that. He's kind of got this to work
We'll
with.
see what Caleb says.
At some point.
I'm wondering, do we ever play this now?
That was my first thought.
Because, I mean, he's taking a go with that. Even if he makes it, I'm coming here with my first. Yeah. If he doesn't make the run double, they're in big trouble.
Yeah. To be honest.
And these rocks, you got to think about the relationship. Yeah.
What's that? If he makes this into here, we have no way of getting at it if we throw this guard.
Yeah, I don't like the guard.
No, I don't like the guard either.
Not even talking about the outturn draw, eh?
It is a guess.
I see that hit roll.
Again, we've said draw weight's been elusive. Maybe they think this is an easier shot.
Maybe a little more?
At 10-5 on this. I still think that's your weight to make this. Yes. Trying to hit a
That's the only thing I can think of, Brent, as to why they'd be playing this more complicated in-off.
Very close to the same weight.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you like the same weight or do you like a little more?
I like the same weight. I think if we can get a really good angle into it.
Yeah.
10-5?
Yeah.
Playing the hit and roll off the wide one, knowing that that's there for Mike later.
Right here? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, is that the main reason you'd be playing this over the draw?
That and the difficulty of the draw, as you said. Going out wide, BJ, you heard him say it'll be a guess. This is a little bit wider than his last hit. I wouldn't want to underthrow this one.
Clean. Good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Clean. Whoa.
Nothing yet from Lawton Herndon. Here comes Colton. Trying to hold this one. You don't want to miss this completely. We get enough of it, but...
Did that touch the foam?
Now that's the question. I don't know that it did.
See it hit, Mike.
Wow. So that's almost like throwing the rock into the boards for BJ.
You can use that rock.
Pretty much. He check raise.
You can. Run back right now. I don't think there's a hole.
Oh, famous last words.
Like, if you get the double peel, that's fine.
I never liked when my skip said that.
Okay. I prefer to just
If I
make
actually
it.
hit that one, it could go into that.
I want you to be
rock, too.
sure there's not a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about take another look and then let me know?
We're like, look at just one here right now. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Or you can play it with a little less weight and try to nut it.
Yeah, you'd have to think Mike getting one here would be a victory.
Turn across. Okay.
Out turn across.
It curls off this line. Yeah.
Wowzers. Well, I would not be playing this turn. I'd be waving this one off, but
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Sounds close. And they'll make the double peel instead. Just maybe a case of trying to do too much there, Brent?
well, I think they found probably the right call. Just harder to call those across the face, I find, but maybe easier to make the double peel that way. I don't know what they made a good shot.
But I like nice and tight.
I think, yeah, even if they slide into the rings here, they're not going to be too unhappy.
I love being just full 12. Just so you can make a roll and be second shot.
Just half of the 12, full 12. See in middle here?
Okay. I gotta assume this is gonna be a bit stiff in this. Right.
14 to 2.
Draw me like.
9.
Yeah.
We just full 12.
So you heard that there from Matt Dunstone, just almost like an in-house guard here, top 12.
Yeah, leaving it high would be no good. You know, Mike's going to make a come-around tap of some sort, make an aggressive move.
Okay. I'm probably like a 30 to T.
To T, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Leading by 2 is Matt Dunstone, and lying 3 without the hammer.
Line's good.
Trying to place this one just as a top 12 guard.
Oh, he's riding. Hard line. Hard line.
A little worried about the line early, which doesn't usually end up good.
Yeah, this looks well light.
Hard then. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Maybe it's this out turn, Brent.
I
We've seen
wondered that.
quite a few draws come up well short here.
Oh. Just a little bit though, so he can't chase it, or.
I think
This
you can make
looks
that
like
an
a
in turn.
fairly easy
Can I
chase
make it
here
with
for
the out?
Mike.
Maybe.
Make it with both turns.
I think so.
That out turn's got to be a little scary after what you've seen.
With the in only.
That certainly seems like Mike's initial inclination was to throw the in turn.
He wants to roll behind the reds. He wants to get out of the forefoot.
Well, the in, I think I can get to here. You're only gonna over curl if you get close to that guard with less weight. No, with the weight we need, I think I can get to here. That's what we would need to push that and get in this area.
Would we ever make it with the in?
Would we ever just get shot rock? And
You
just
can do that too.
Is that the easier
Sit
shot?
here and then, like,
So he was happy to score 1 4 minutes ago, and now he's really going to play a tough shot to try and score 2 again.
Well, the best shot is actually just get a sliver low. Okay.
Yeah, he'll always be able to chase it. But yeah, if you can get low enough, yeah.
I think that's the easiest shot on the ice right now. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you get it even in this hole, it's not
Well,
bad.
that's definitely the easiest shot. Is to try to get to here and push this to here.
Yeah, just throw back 8 weight.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, Mike, let's go. Yeah, that looks good.
So they are going to play the out turn here, and it sounded like back 8 weight.
Back 12. Back 12, okay.
Smudge the yellow and roll behind the guards.
So we'll see if they talk about what is back 12 here. Like, are we thinking Flash is picked, and we just think Dunny's not throwing it hard enough, or?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Flash has definitely has struggled at
I
times.
think it's still only like 14.
And maybe it's a rock issue. It's
with a
been the
positive
same
throw,
rock
14.
multiple times that he's had problems with. So we'll see here. Obviously a critical shot here for Mike to try to pull a skips 2 out of the fire here.
This is where Flash saved him 2 ends ago, is it not? It's the sweep?
Yep.
Pretty good. Back line. Clean. Back line.
It is indeed, and it was on this turn as well.
Back line. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Back line. Yep. Hard.
And here comes Flash again.
Hard. Whoa.
They're well by the center.
Yep. Not moving it super
Now
far.
can they move the yellow far enough? They do, and it's pretty good from Mike McEwen.
Really good. Yeah, they're calling back line and end up back forefoot.
I'm almost seeing like kind of just.
I think I'd want to be on the hard side if anything.
Yeah, I think this will look really hard from the hack, but I don't think this is a super difficult chase as long as you're not light. Oh, he's playing the other turn.
Ooh.
Wow.
So he's trying to come across the face of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. Right?
Yep.
Like I'm thinking almost maybe a sliver more.
You're seeing a little more?
Barely hit it to the forefoot.
I guess you get through the hole here with hack, it's always going to get to the nose.
I mean, I think this is good.
Okay.
Yeah. Hack weight.
Nice.
I'm not sure you can get through the hole and jam it. Like that back forefoot yellow one's probably irrelevant unless he really throws it heavy. That hole's kind of perfect for just a hack weight right on the nose.
You like that drum? Okay.
Guy 12.5 on him there. So it's a little bit crunchy. I think it's going to be
Back here, right?
Yeah.
I got it more than I gave you on my half waiter here.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we'll see if Matt Dunstone can navigate the port here. Chance to really put some pressure on Mike McEwen if he can, but he's giving up a 2 if he cannot. Last rock for him in the 6th.
Clean. 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 Get. Hard.
Colton on this now.
Hard.
Can they get it by that center guard? Can they get it by the center guard?
No, sir. Wow.
Wait. Probably this
Matt
pass.
Dunstone's made some phenomenal shots today, but he's also had a couple of narrow misses, and that's another one to add to the list. Certainly never looked like Mike McEwen was scoring 2 in this end, Brent, but here we are.
I mean, whatever you think's going to happen, just take the opposite and put all your money on it and walk away today.
It's probably easier than drawing.
I mean, that was millimeters.
Middle 8. Yeah. Hitting this one. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Just like back 8 weight.
Okay, that's the only way to give up a steal for sure.
Well, you said it. It's very exciting out here. They thought, what's the only way we could give up a steal? Let's do that.
Interesting. Just, again, this plays to the concerns about the speed. Like, I think this still gets to the red one most times.
Again, that's all you need to do. You got enough room on that red one.
Yeah, I would throw basically the same shot. Try and throw a foot less weight, but I don't get a vote.
Nope, neither do I. Final stone, Mike McEwen. Never looked like 2, but the chance for 2 is there. Colton Flash is leaning on this one. This is not a ton of weight.
Okay, drop to it. It's fine. We're on ours, aren't we? Yeah, we're on ours. I just wanted to stop.
That will over curl, but that'll do the job.
Accidentally perfect.
I just didn't want to lose it. Oh, yeah. We knew weight was good.
That's the 2 that Mike McEwen needed. We are all knotted up at 4. Matt Dunstone will have the hammer when we come back.
The right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
Well, we've come to expect the unexpected. And certainly that last end never really looked like Mike McEwen was going to score 2, but a classic skips deuce, and we are all tied up.
Curl if you can, but
It's not boring here today, that's for sure. Misses produce excitement, and we've had our fair share. Mostly from even well-thrown stones, like Maddie's last one there. They like it most away, clean, and then hard, and just feather ticks the guard. If that gets by, Mike's got a real tough shot. They might be already in the bar if Matt gets by there. Instead, we got a tie game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it just seems like both teams still struggling to get a handle on the ice. And as we talked about earlier on, 4 games played on this sheet today. This is the 4th, so that's going to be a challenge even for the best ice in the world.
Line straight. Right here's your spot. Push 4. Keep going. Okay, good. 14-6.
14-6, so end-to-end sweep gets a 14-6 to the top 8. So it's still 14 in that spot.
Yeah.
yeah, you got it.
14-ish to the line, depending on your track.
It's a simple plan here for McEwen. You want to force to 1. And Dunstone would love to blank, but sometimes with a team without hammer pushes so hard to force that they give up. They force them to 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we certainly see a lot more of those big ends now with the 5 rock rule, and as you said, teams leaning on the analytics and maybe chasing the dream for a little longer than they should be.
Right.
Nose.
Dan, just a hair heavy or just a hair wide, one of the two. Either way, chance for Ryan to nose this in lie 2 and kind of put the screws to Team McEwen early.
It was an unfortunate miss there for Dan. I mean, we've said the draw weight is tough to come by, and when you're a lead, that's pretty much all you're throwing, so not easy. And this is BJ and Colton just slamming this, and that is all over the center guard. And it's more money for us. I think that was BJ that time, so.
It's nice to see everybody in the game.
Oh, everybody's dialed right in. They are cranked it up to 11. Well, in fairness to the curlers, this is the first time the Tuesday games have ever been shown at the Slam. So
they're usually free rolling on Tuesday.
Exactly. They're a little used to that the faucet being turned on Tuesday nights.
Just clean. I got good.
What do you think? Good.
I got good too. Just clean.
And we got flash all over this one too, and wonder if we're just losing the sheet a little bit here, Brent. This is a couple of shots in a row here that they've really had to go on to, and that nudges the center guard. And Colton's ready to blame Dan. I'm up here blaming the ice, but you know. I think Maddie's going to like this setup, Brent.
Yeah, this is a chance. Colton Lott will bring the heat here and try and make the double peel and simplify this end and really end the end if he makes this.
So they don't make it the way they want to, but they do get rid of both the reds, leaving their yellow up top in a guard position. Still McEwen lying 1 here. Or sorry, Dunstone lying 1 rather.
Yeah.
Kevin a chance to atone for that first one. Needs to get one in the pocket, a little bump, and stay splitting center.
Top 4. Don't wanna. Top 4.
Somebody's finally going to test out what heavy feels like.
Top 4. Top 4. Top 4. That's good.
Pretty good shot. Over curled a little bit, actually.
Good call on the weight, guys. Yeah. That's good though. Yeah, I just wanted to get that one running.
Sweepers are working tonight, I can tell you that, because nothing's whoa.
These are one of those games that are just hell. You know, they let it go. You hear hard. You go,
really?
Again?
This is where you love the slams even more, though, because they only have 1 game today.
Yeah, that's so true. Never really got to enjoy that
Little
myself.
down.
I was always playing in the
The grinders.
WCT events where you're playing 3 games a day.
Oh, yeah.
We had one year with
Still
Team
low down.
Jonice where every tournament we played in, and to be fair, we made a lot of finals, but we played the maximum number of games to get to the final in 4 tournaments in a row.
Yeah.
And I remember we had one where we played 10 games, and there was only one spot in the draw where it was possible to play 10, and we found her. We were pretty good at that.
That's a grind. The Seaside, you know,
Seaside
10:30 p.m. C final, 8:30 a.m. the next day, quarterfinal.
We love it. Yeah.
Sticking with the freeze here, getting a little late in the business here for freezes, but I guess I don't know what Dunstone does if you freeze here. Leave him lying 2.
Top 8, top 4. Line's good. Line's really good.
This is Mike, I think, just trying to say that they don't really want to let Matt blank.
I like the freeze on the red one and bump that other yellow one a couple of feet would have been pretty nice.
It's never a guard. Might be.
A guard, eh? Wowzers.
Lion 2.
Lower that.
Okay.
Okay.
The end of that.
I guess so. I don't know.
Doesn't feel right.
Now, is this a case, Brent, here where they, you know, you could draw around everything, but the draw is too tough?
That's what they're saying, because normally if you threw this, the guy would just whip one around back 4 and you'd probably take your skip out back. And but it just seems too early for this to me, and just like I said, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know. Interested to see how this plays out. I also don't know what Mike's going to do next. Is he going to run this back into the reds? Or is he going to take his shot at making one come around to steal?
I think that's good.
Good. Great sweep.
That one I think he's going to run.
Yeah, it's got a little tight to the rings here. We'll see.
And he can nose it, which saves him the center guard too.
Yeah. Even if I hit her low and make the double.
Make the double? Yeah.
Is that the best shot?
No.
I think it'll still move up a bit.
So hit it thick and something good happens here.
Put it back here.
Whoa! 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 Hard, Mike, hard.
Tricky.
Yeah. Not bad.
Did kill them both.
Okay.
Yeah, McEwen now lying 1.
Shooter rolling off's a big problem, though.
Yeah, for sure.
No real usable guards now.
Seems like a fairly clear path to 2 here for Matt Dunstone, but as we know, Brent, nothing is assured in this life.
No, so I'm going to say steal a 2 for McEwen. Looks like no chance of a steal here.
Yeah, absolutely. Why do you have the points bet open? Why do you have the points bet app open right now, Brent?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Carving it right into the center guard.
Yeah, but they tried to.
Roll it.
That's very nice from BJ Neufeld, and it is indeed Matt Dunstone lying 2 with the hammer here, and only 4 rocks to come.
That's a tough double for Mikey.
You can, yeah. What are you thinking here? Stick half?
Yep.
Going out. We've seen the draws here. Remember those kind of run?
Really?
Well, they curled at the
playing
end.
a double right now? Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's obviously going to have one back, but... Right?
So Mike's got to bring the heat here. It's not one that he can go across the top, which means needs some speed.
Like a thick half.
the calf full field.
If he makes it real good, he does have a kicker, so the force is back in play. I think that's the in-turn.
Yeah, looks like it. It's a long way to go here for Mike McEwen, but might be his only chance to get out of giving up two this end.
What's the out turn?
Yeah, whoa! 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 Yep! 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 Yep!
Got one. Do they have the other one move it far enough? Pretty good.
Missed it light. Could have swept that. Could have hit it a little bit thinner. Got into the top of it, actually, but...
Center line.
So Matt needs to nose this. He can't roll a rock to the right or roll to the broom. He will leave a very makeable double.
Try to roll this under, eh?
Well, I think the ideal spot is just to roll it a little.
Well, you got to be careful. You can't make the double and roll. Right?
Yeah, I think you want to nose this.
Straight under, you roll far. If we roll it half under, like there, you can make that roll over. Should ever try to roll this away? What if we dead nose it?
Dead nose is pretty good.
Probably the best shot. Great. What if we nose it, he makes a roll under, I got off that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's good.
Right? You got 8, 10 feet to roll.
Under
it seems like they're agreeing with you here, Brent.
Yeah.
Like if you
Wow.
He may come off his own. Then we don't really have anything.
What?
Come off his own.
I said if we roll over a bit, he comes off his own, then we don't really have anything.
What are you talking about, Beach? That will be...
I mean,
this one would be higher, wouldn't it?
It's the same ice.
I don't see Mike risking coming off his own and maybe giving you three.
I don't either.
A little more, or do you like that?
If you're Mike, you can give up two here. You're still live. You give up three, and it's probably game over.
Probably maybe 11 here, eh?
So it sounds like does he come up with the nose or he's rolling away, I think, eh? Just doesn't want to roll to the broom.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're dead nose or you roll away. You just don't want to set up that double. First rock here for Matt Dunstone. 7th end, tie game.
Green.
Light. Go ahead.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Colton Lott on this right out of the hand. They don't want to get caught in between. And wow, that is going to overroll.
To a really good spot, I think.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Certainly wasn't what they were trying, but yeah, this is tricky for Mike McEwen now.
He can't freeze. He just comes off the red. And
What else do you do? You just gotta try to hit and roll under just a hair, I think. Yeah. He has off bars. I know, but what else do you do? You can't stick your shooter to make that double, I don't think. Do you want to call time, boys? You want to call timeout? No.
no, why wouldn't you?
I don't think you can stick your shooter and make this double.
So timeout has been called against Colton Flash's wishes.
I mean, you got a little bit of room by this one, right? Well, you do. That's not the issue. It's not an auto blank, though. Well, not auto. At least he has to make a double.
That is a hard double to make that go all the way across the rings when the ice is slow.
Make the double. Yeah. I mean, it's tricky. It's gonna be it's a long way to go, at least. That's the good news. It's at least deadish in the house. Well, the best spot is... You have to roll a hair under. I mean, it's a tricky shot for us, too. That's the only problem. Coming through. Well, the double's not a gimme. I mean, it's pretty gimme. Neither is this. Right?
I love listening to Flash talk.
No talk about the intern come around the corner guard, eh? Almost behind that stagger of yellows.
Down two.
They have not discussed draw at all here.
I just feel like drawing, I guess draw the 4-foot or something, it's not easy.
Oh, there you go. Right,
Yeah,
on, right
steal.
on cue.
Try to hammer
The steal is possible, is what Flash is saying. So
You maybe get a mistake.
I don't.
I think the only thing, again, the issue with the draw is you ever miss it, you give
for
up
sure.
3, and it's.
This is going to be a.
But this isn't easy either. This is no picnic.
Maybe it's 7/8, I don't know.
Yeah, this is not a huge hole for Peel, and that's got to go a long way across the rings.
It's 7/8 if it stays.
You better hit this one in the middle of the club face.
Don't see it coming up, just hit 2/3.
2/3. 2/3 hits the red one.
What's that? Nice.
It's good to me.
It's good.
So it's the last rock for Mike McEwen, and this is tricky. Trying to prevent a multiple score for Matt Dunstone. It's got to thread the needle here. Flash on it right away. On it right away. Do they get it by the guard? They do. Do they get both? Will it go far enough? Will it go far enough?
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
It, I think, goes far enough, but it does leave a double and roll in for Matt Dunstone.
Oh, just a hair higher.
Really close from Mike McEwen. Great try.
Would have been a fairly difficult blank, too.
Yeah.
You threw that well, Mike.
Yeah, we can see, you know, it is the, you know, product of the ice being this. The houses aren't quite as lively as we saw earlier in the day. I mean, Mike got a pretty good piece of that one and couldn't get that yellow out, so.
He did hit it high because he rolled wide side.
So a double and roll in will put a double on the board for Matt Dunstone. Final stone.
Yeah.
And BJ was calling Ryan on before Matt even let it go. Can they hold it in the rings here? They've got the double. Will it stop? Oh, yes, it will. Great sweep from Ryan Harnden. Great shot from Matt Dunstone. And Mike McEwen will need 2 to tie and 3 to win when we come back.
Shot, Matt. So I said, get a bunch of rocks to play, and you see the deuce, take it. You see it three, great.
Another up and down end in the 7th. But in the end, Matt Dunstone putting 2 back on the board. He leads 6-4. And Brent, you know, you're the coach of Team McEwen. If you were having a chat with him in between the break, how hard do you go for the 3 here, knowing that the odds are in Dunstone's favor in the extra?
I think if you have a makeable shot for 3, you try it, as long as it's makeable, even if it is very hard. But you play for 2, and the 3 is really up to the other team. Let's make 8. You know, even if you make 6, 7 out here right now, you're going to get a deuce. And if they miss at the wrong time, you have a chance for 3. It's not really up to you to make the 3. You need some help.
Yeah, maybe got a little help from Ryan Harnden there, coming up a hair short on his first one. So corner guard going up here for Dan Marsh. And we have seen some wild scores out here, not just our sheet as well. Chelsea Carey was leading 5-1 at the break in their game, and it is now 6-6. Chelsea Carey with the hammer. They're playing 8 against Tab Peterson, and Selena Sturmey trying to mount a little bit of a comeback as well. They were down 6-1. It's now 7-4. They'll need 3 in the 8th end. And it's an exact similar situation right beside us. Michael Brunner down 2 with hammer, needing to score 2 against Brad Gajou.
The other thing Flash was talking about was, you know, a deuce is great here. The likelihood of a steal right now is much higher than normal, just with the difficulty of drawing. If you can make somebody have to draw the forefoot out here right now, I think you've got a reasonable chance.
Yeah, and I mean, we've really, it's not just us in the booth, you know, talking glibly. We really have seen both skips try pretty hard not to throw draws.
For sure.
They really have gone away from that in the last 4 ends or so. So I certainly agree with you on that point.
Wait's good. Wait's good. Gotta go.
Go on. Go wait now.
Go wait.
Go on.
Sticking with the stacking him, and that one's probably tight enough.
Yeah, Dan Marsh finds it there.
Those are 2 nice ones.
Very solid.
The hair's off now. Yeah, I saw that.
So if I'm Matty now, I split that top one.
Pardon me?
Just cut it off.
Yeah.
Like top
Top
8.
4 depth.
They're going right behind that corner.
Yeah, probably trying to be top 8, half buried. Preventing this straight draw for Team McEwen around there.
Top 12, top 8.
If you need, split. Right here's your spot. Line's great.
Top 12.
Hard then.
Top 8.
Right here's your spot. Even deeper than that.
For there.
Go ahead, Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
This one might be over curling a bit.
Shots.
Pretty good.
I think you wanted that in there. It looks like they can freeze for second shot.
Or freeze it. Sure. Freeze it. Yeah, I like
If that's a half rock more open, I think it's real good there. I mean, it's a really precise shot, but if they make this, the deuce is very much alive.
That was 14-4 then.
Yeah, would you have preferred they not brought the player on the corner guard there?
No, I didn't hate the call. I would definitely protect against over curling to there. Like if anything, leave it open, make them make a hit and roll. But I liked the split on the top yellow one, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the call there.
Really try it, so a little bounce, so. Big as you can. Little bounce. Oh, it's got a good angle. That's good. That's good.
It's pretty good from Kevin Marsh. Maybe a tad heavy, but
it's actually not third shot, which is very important. It over curled a bit, but they needed to let it over curl because of the weight.
Certainly didn't affect Matt Dunstone's decision making either way.
No, he ran up there, right?
Yes, he was sprinting. Yeah, they're not in full time crisis mode, but Matt Dunstone under 2 minutes. Mike McEwen sitting at 2:44. Both teams have 1 timeout, so like we say, not in crisis mode, but you maybe want to
pay attention for sure. Pay attention
for sure. Yeah. Ready curling, as we would say.
Might consider an out-turn draw to the back 8 here around the center one. There it is, Kev.
Yeah.
Kevin's wearing the earpiece.
Finally started working, eh?
Right?
Took 8 ends, but.
Okay. Let's go. Come around that one? With the out.
Yeah, this is quite a long chat here. They're now sub 2 minutes on the clock.
A lot of different options there. This one's fine too, I think.
Yeah, it feels like one of those cases, Brent, where you talk because you like all the options. Rather, sometimes you talk a lot because you hate them all. There's definitely a couple viable options here.
That's when I like to see the thrower just say, I like this one.
Yeah, totally.
I'm seeing this one. I think I can make this one. This looks quite hard.
Curl, clean. Clean. Back 12. Close slash. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. It's got to stop. Still has to stop.
Oh, that's nice.
Jesus, house they're dead.
So two career skips running out there to barely sweep it.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Back 4 depth.
And I do agree with Flash. I mean, that really came down in the house. Definitely something to keep an eye on here if we see a few draws in a row.
I wonder if it will pick up, as we're going to see this shot 3 or 4 times in a row probably. We haven't seen anything slide, so I'm going to say no.
A little bit early. Hard line.
Hard line early is usually dead, right?
Yeah, hasn't been good on this ice, that's for sure. Weight looks close, but they do have to get through this hole.
Don't want to chip that red one closer. That's an absolute nightmare. Oof. Not bad. That's real bad. Yeah, if that's not bad, I don't know what I'm doing out here.
Oh, I agreed. It was silent agreement, tacit
there's
agreement.
A triple on the yellows now. And he's hitting and rolling to lie 2. So other than that.
Well, you said they would need some friendly errors from Matt Dunstone to potentially put a 3 up, and it is.
This has not been Flash's spot in the ice, though.
No. Kevin trying to hold this. I think that's pretty good.
Not bad. Gave him a big target for the runner, but.
A little light on the weight there.
Just a millimeter low.
Okay.
Again, those skips in there. They are eager to sweep. I don't want to call this one immiscible, but this is pretty makeable for BJ.
Whoa. Whoa.
Straight.
Whoa.
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 Hey, just was good.
Very good shot there.
Yeah, it doesn't get the double, but sits right there for shot.
You gotta make this.
Yeah, the tick. Yeah.
I don't see much else. Okay.
Open some rocks up.
Bit.
Interesting setup here. Neither team very comfortable at the moment, I would suspect. I don't think he can really get through there very much. Oh, it did.
Wow.
That works so good.
That works very well. Very nice from Colton Flash.
Keeping my streak alive. Wrong again.
Yeah, squeezes it through. Mike McEwen almost biffed. And we'll see the second timeout of the game taken by Matt Dunstone with 1:21 on the clock. And it is Mike McEwen lying 1 here. Or sorry, Matt Dunstone, rather.
Dunny's considering playing the runner, and he could get them all.
This is so good
I
for
don't
him here.
know what else we do.
Guard that.
See, no one's here.
Draw the open side.
He's got 2 shots though, right? Like if he plants that, I guess we freeze.
Then we're drawing.
Draw the Grand Slam of Curling logo on the other side. Nobody wants any part of that shot.
No. BJ did say, how about we draw? And it was met with aggressive silence.
No, I think it just plants.
I'll acknowledge you when you say something I like.
Yeah, exactly. Until then, you can just assume I hate the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Playing the run back. That's what they're going to end up on, it sounds like.
We sit 2 right here.
That's where Matt has had the most success tonight, playing the upweight shots.
He's making this, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I think we're shade high on that.
You want to touch this one first?
Yeah. Yeah, sliver high.
Does not want to miss this high.
Just fine.
But anything else close is going to be a real good result.
So run relatively straight.
Yeah, it'll run right through it.
Okay. Well, we got some action.
Let's dance. And we know Mike needs to score 2. Matt's going to try to make that task difficult.
So if he just ticks the top, the second one, like knows this one basically, ticks the top one, he's going to get the shooter coming back, is going to spin out. Those top 2 are gone. The back one, all the Reds are going to leave town if he hits this perfect. Should have some speed.
Whoa. Whoa, Carl.
So here we go. Potential turning point here for Matt Dunstone.
Oh.
And I don't think they saw that one coming.
That's not good.
And now Mike McEwen will call the timeout with 1:01 on the clock.
That was so close to perfect and just terrible.
Yeah. Take another look at it here.
Didn't hit the top one first.
No, just missed hitting the top one first. And it's one of those you couldn't have even imagined that would be the result when you go to throw it.
I was wrong again. I said if he was close and hit it thick, as long as he wasn't high, it was going to be good.
Yeah.
I guess if I draw right there, there's really not.
I mean, we do have our first final out here. Tab Peterson stealing 3 in the 8th end. So down 5-1 at the 4th end break. They win 9-6. Chelsea Carey will drop down to the B.
Right where your brim is, no triple.
That's a wild line score right there.
That is a wild line score.
Scored 8 points in the second half.
Sure.
Good business if you can get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that double's not a gimme because if he hits that all thin, it jams.
Yes.
It's this one all thin. This is going sideways and jams.
Just don't give him an easier though. You put it here.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing this one then.
So if you're Mike Brent here, you're just trying to find a way to manufacture 2, probably not a 3 here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the best place to lie 3 and then hope I get lucky again.
I don't know how to get there.
But sometimes it starts with what's Matt's shot right now? If we don't shoot, what's he going to do? Obviously, we're going to shoot.
Yeah, and if you tap it
I mean, everybody throws all 8 rocks in an end. I've never seen anybody throw one away.
And then he plays this double. It jams all day. Okay.
So what does that double go? It probably spins out of there. So he's going to freeze on that yellow one and hope it maybe even bumps that yellow a little bit. Makes this slash double harder.
I mean, the only thing we could give him a triple, but I mean, it's
The other thing is, with the ice, this is makeable. They know this path.
Same as Kevin's path here? Is that the same ice as you've been giving?
It's the same as before. I mean,
We need a hair more, right? I like it. Okay, I think
draw the side forefoot would be pretty good.
Trying to be a rock. I think that's good. This way.
This just seems easier.
Speed's pretty good. It's pretty good most of the way. Just comes off in the house.
Sometimes the simple and easy option is the best one. Time is not of the essence here, though, for Mike McEwen down in the 33-second range, so he's not going to have a ton of time to throw his last one.
Like he's been here before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Flash, not so much, but he likes to play flash. But he played with Kevin and Cooey, and they often would get tight on time, too. It's a learned skill.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin Cooey kind of thrives on it, actually.
He likes it.
I think it's...
And set up the triple.
Yeah, that's exactly what Colton said. They could all go here, I think.
Matt's not racing over to play it.
No. Well, it's one of those, you miss it, you could lose. So I could see the temptation to not run over to play it. Again, Matt does not have a ton of time here. They're sitting at 40 seconds and counting.
Okay. So it's what? 2/3 time.
Yeah, I think you almost have to play the triple for ease here. I don't
Well,
think you don't have a ton of time to call anything else.
Get it onto that one, and I think you're going to like it.
I think right line B.
Which is probably the kiss of death if you're a Team Dunstone fan, but this day has been anything but boring.
Yeah.
The games we've covered.
Yeah, we'll see if there's one more surprise in store for us here.
They're close to all jamming, but I think they all don't.
It certainly seems like the triple is there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here we go. Final stone for Matt Dunstone. Could be the final stone of the game.
Whoa.
Good shot.
Great.
And gets 2, cannot get the third to go, and so it'll be a draw to the 8-foot for Mike McEwen to head to an extra.
We deserve more of this action.
We deserve it. We do, the fans do. And it looks like it's an extra end festival out here tonight as we've got Brad Gujou and Michael Brunner in an extra end, and Selena Sturmey down 3 in the 8th has an open hit for 3 to send her game against UNG Gim into an extra as well. So this could be really fun. Mike McEwen gets this off with 7 seconds left. Needs full 8-foot to send this to an extra.
Which is not a gimme at the moment.
No, it's not. They're drawing to the backing here, which is probably a smart move.
Which is unbelievable, but true.
Yep.
Yep, hard!
Now they just don't want to over curl here. They've got a lot of weight on this one. Will it stick? Oh my goodness. Just a little too much weight, and it over curls on Mike, and That is a win for Matt Dunstone. Unfortunate miss for Mike on his last. Matt Dunstone will move on. Mike McEwen will drop down to the B. It'll be Dunstone playing Retornaz tomorrow. And Mike McEwen will drop down to play Corey Dropkin. For Brent Lang and everybody here at Home Team, we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back at 8 a.m. local time tomorrow. Should be a good one. Hopefully you'll join us then. Good night.